Disney's Chicken Little. This is a story about the chicken who became infamous. You know the one. The little guy who was sitting under a tree and got whacked on the head with an acorn. In a daze, he rang the school bell and ran through the town yelling, "The sky is falling! The sky is falling!" Chicken Little's mistake became a very big news. The school bully, Foxy Loxy, and most of the town made Chicken Little the joke of Oakey Oaks. Chicken Little's father, Buck Cluck, was embarrassed by his son's mistake. It did not help that Chicken Little was stuck with a nickname that called attention to his size. But now he has a plan to make his dad proud. One day he tells his friend, Abby Mallard, who is almost as unpopular as he is, about his dream. He wants to do something great so everyone will forget about his huge blunder. Then his father won't think he's a loser, he hopes. Chicken Little settles on a plan to join the baseball team. "I put on 5 ounces this year," he tells Buck. "I've really bulked up." Buck tries to be supportive, but he is afraid his son is headed for disaster. "Have you considered the chess team?" Buck suggests. "Or, the glee club?" That night, Chicken Little sits on the roof outside his room and stares at a very bright star. "Come on, all I need is a chance," he pleads. He wants a chance to make his dad proud. A determined Chicken Little joins the team, but things don't go so well. He tips over from the weight of his equipment. A ball bounces off his head and knocks him to the ground. No matter how much he practices, he mostly sits on the bench. Meanwhile, Foxy is the superstar. She hits home runs and makes amazing catches. The Oakey Oaks Acorns get a shot at the pennant for the first time in 20 years. With the championship at stake and 2 players out, Chicken Little steps up to bat in the 9th inning. "Not that pipsqueak," Mayor Turkey Lurkey yells. Someone shouts, "Put in Foxy!" At the plate, Chicken Little wobbles from the weight of the bat. "Strike 1, the crowd boos. "Strike 2, Buck groans. And then Chicken Little says to himself, "Today is a new day." He swings with all his might, and the ball sails into the outfield. At first, Chicken Little is so stunned that he does not move. Then he runs, first the wrong way, then the right way. In outfield, the players scramble for the ball. But they are too late. Chicken Little slides home. He's safe. Chicken Little wins the game. And the crowd goes wild. Buck cries tears of joy. "That's my boy," he says. At home in Chicken Little's bedroom, Buck relives the game-winning moment. The two dance around while Buck repeats the crowd's chant, "The mighty acorns win." He tells his son, "I guess that puts the whole sky is falling incident behind us once and for all. Hey, kiddo." Chicken Little thinks so too. After his dad leaves, Chicken Little gazes up to the night sky to offer his thanks. He notices the oddest thing. One of the stars seems to be getting bigger and bigger. Suddenly, it flies through the window and flattens the little guy. Chicken Little peels himself off the floor and stares at what hit him. A strange panel with a bright star. "No," he shouts. "Not again. The sky is falling." After the baseball win, Chicken Little is a hero. He does not want this to ruin his reputation and disappoint his dad. With another story about a falling sky. He calls his friends Abby, Fish, and Runt for help. In Chicken Little's bedroom, Abby suggests that he talk to his dad about the panel, but he does not want to do so. While his friends try to figure out what to do, Fish picks up the panel and pushes a red button. The panel begins to shake, glow, and float in midair. Fish hops on and the panel zips him through the window. Fish friends scream and run outside. They chase the glow in the sky to the baseball field to try to save their friend. The stadium lights blink on and off. The bleacher seats shake. In a whirlwind of dust, a spinning spaceship touches down on the pitcher's mound. The spaceship door slides open with a hiss, and two giant spider-like aliens float out. "This has definitely gotten more complicated," Chicken Little mutters. The three friends sneak on board and walk down a dark hallway. Chicken Little notices a tiny fuzzy object suspended in a blue beam. As Chicken Little hurries on, the small fuzzy creature drops from the beam and runs toward the open spaceship door. The gang find Fish unhurt, but the aliens have returned and discover that the creature is missing. With aliens right behind them, Chicken Little and his friends rush out of the spaceship. Chicken Little races to the school bell and rings it over and over. To warn the town about aliens. Panicked townspeople gather at the baseball field, but by the time they arrive, the spaceship has flown away. The crowd does not believe Chicken Little's story about the spaceship. "Dad, you believe me, right?" Chicken Little pleads. "But son, there's nothing there," Buck finally says. Chicken Little is heartbroken. The next day, Buck is apologizing on the phone to angry callers for the trouble Chicken Little has caused. Chicken Little, who is sad and confused, goes outside to be alone. He has gone from town hero to laughing stock once again. Abby, Runt, and Fish drop by to cheer him up. Suddenly, the alien's tiny, fuzzy creature emerges from the bushes. The creature turns out to be a terrified alien child who has followed Chicken Little. At first, Chicken Little, Abby, and Runt are scared. But Fish is happy to see the alien baby and understands what he is saying. The little alien is lost and lonely, and he wants to get back home to his parents. Before the friends can figure out what to do, they hear a earth-shattering crack. The townsfolk panic and swarm the streets while the alien child races away. It seems as if the sky is falling. A fleet of spaceships swoop into Oakey Oaks. Chicken Little races down the crowded streets to find the alien baby. He wants to help him get back to his parents. Buck goes after Chicken Little, worried about his son's safety. He finally catches up to his son inside the theater. They have a heart-to-heart talk as the spaceship zooms through town. Chicken Little blurts out his feelings. He tells his dad he needs to be there for him during good times and bad. Buck apologizes and tells his son that he loves him no matter what. Chicken Little confides in his dad about the alien baby. He explained that he wants to help the little one get home. Buck says he will help too. Chicken Little has a plan. With the alien baby, Chicken Little and his dad make their way to the top of City Hall where a spaceship is hovering. A ship zapped the three of them into a beam of light. Inside the spacecraft on a giant screen, the alien baby's parents stare down at Chicken Little and Buck. The little alien tells his parents that Chicken Little really tried to help him. His parents realize that there was a misunderstanding. They shrink back to normal size. The happy aliens fly Chicken Little and Buck back to town. Mel, the alien dad, explains to the town folks that the spaceships had been searching for his kid. He tells them that Chicken Little is a hero who saved the town by returning his son. Mel explains that the family flies to Oakey Oaks to gather acorns every year. He admits that sometimes loose panels fall off their old spaceship. Buck and Chicken Little look at each other. No wonder Chicken Little thought the sky was falling. The aliens fly away in their spaceship. Everyone cheers for Chicken Little, the biggest hero in town.